Procrastination and not taking action is one of the biggest things holding you back, and this video will hopefully go through some steps and give you some tips on how you can start taking action, change your life, and hopefully get to a point where you are not being lazy anymore. Now, the first step has to be starting, because you have to understand something. Unless you start something, nothing will happen. Unless you take action, nothing will happen. You're working your job, you're doing whatever you gotta do, you're not creating change until you do something about it. You are not going to get out of the rut that you're in. And most people will, by the way, blame other factors. Oh, it's my family, it's because I've got a child, I've got, responsibilities, I have so much, I can't take a risk, I don't have enough time, I work a job, I can't do things on a part-time basis. Like, there are so many excuses that you will come up with, but the reality is taking action is the harder thing to do. It's easier to sit there and make excuses and blame other factors. Never blame yourself, but blame other factors, and never sit there and be like, you know what? Maybe it's just me. Maybe I just need to start. And even if it's 15 or 20 minutes a day, that will make a huge impact on my life and practically change my life when it comes to 2 years down the line. Because like I've told you guys, you want to be in a situation where you can take your family away whenever you want on a holiday. You want to be in a situation where you can make hijrah. You want to be in a situation where you can homeschool your children and take your parents to Umrah if you wish. But that is not going to happen until you take action and you try to do something for yourself. So the first step has to be understanding the problem. The problem is that you are not taking action, and it is you, and you can, if you put your mind to it, do something and do little steps. Consistency, remember, is everything. I promise you guys, as someone who has been running businesses for over 6-7 years now, consistency is everything. I have just turned up 10-20% every single day for the last 6 years. Even if that means I don't get that much work done, I promise you guys something, and the biggest mistake you guys sometimes make is you'll be super excited, super motivated, and you'll tell yourself, I'm going to go all in, guns blazing when it comes to this business idea. You'll do that for a week and you can't keep that up. Let me know in the comments if that has happened to you, where you're super motivated, super enthusiastic, you're telling everyone, you've told your family, your friends, I'm gonna go on Monday, I'm gonna start on Monday, I'm gonna go, 100 miles per hour. You do that for 2 weeks, you do that for 3 weeks, and guess what? You just can't keep it up. You know what I would rather you guys do, and what would be much better for you, your mindset, and for you to actually create change in your life? Work at 25%, but do that every single day. Like, work for 2 hours, but do that every single day. And so this then goes on to the other point. Well, I can't do something if I'm working a job because, I haven't got time. Who said that? You've got the weekend, you've got the evenings, you've got your lunch hour, and most of you, in fact, maybe not most, but a lot of you are working from home these days at least 1 to 2 days a week. And if you're working from home, then there is a bit more flexibility. You're not having to travel to work. You're not having to go and leave work, right? So the point being is, you do have time. And sometimes you just need to do 1 hour extra a day for you to, over 3 or 6 months, create real change. So understanding the problem is the most important part. 2 is taking action, even if that is 15 minutes a day. Start. And I know people who have started their own recruitment company on a part-time basis, only doing 15 to 20 minutes a day, by the way. And 3-4 months later, they're making good money now. And I'm talking about 5, 6, 7,000 pounds. In fact, there is a particular person I can think of, and that person worked for 10 months. 10 months they were doing it part-time. They didn't make any money. Part-time, right? Listen to this now. For 10 months, and by the way, that's a very unique situation that they didn't make any money for 10 months, but they were doing it part-time. They were working their job and they were doing it consistently. And after 10 months, they made 5,000, 6,000 pounds, another 6,000 pounds, another, 6,000 pounds, and then now they are working with a client exclusively, and they basically have changed their life where they can leave their job and they can concentrate on the business full time. But how many of you guys are willing to work on a part-time basis, do a little bit of work over 6, 7, 8, 9 months, not see anything, but know that you could change your life after a certain period? And many of you guys do know that we do teach how to start your own recruitment company. Now, if this is something you're interested in, I'm doing a live webinar tomorrow at 5 p.m. The recruitment course is going to go live at 6 p.m. that is exactly when you can basically sign up to the recruitment course. It's only going to be open for a few days, and unfortunately, and I say this with a heavy heart, I am having to increase the price from next month, but that is only because I've managed to get other directors, experienced people, 20, 25 plus years, to teach exactly how to start a recruitment company for yourselves. People have done it part-time, people have done it within 2 months, people are now starting to make a decent amount of money. And so if you're interested in that, leave your details in the link in the description below, join the webinar, and at 6 p.m. the course will be going live. But going back to the video, if you are struggling to take action and you're procrastinating, then ask yourself this: what is more important to you? You continuing to work your job and not having the ability to make hijrah to Muslim lands, study your religion, spend time with your parents, and spend time with your family, your wife, and your children? Is that more important to you, or is your job more important to you? Is not making change more important to you? And this is where you have to tell yourself the why. Why do you want to do something? Sometimes it's your children. Sometimes it's your parents. Sometimes it's just having the ability to live your life the way you want. See, I'm here recording this video at 3:15 p.m. and as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to get some food, and I haven't ate all day, and I'll probably spend an hour and a half, 2 hours walking around, having food and enjoying some time with my friends, knowing that the weather is really good. But I can do that because I've worked on my businesses for 7 years. And so consistency and working over a long period is exactly what's going to get you there. But telling yourself why do you want to do something? Your parents, think about it. Your parents are going to fall ill, unfortunately, one day. You know, your parents are going to need you. Can you take yourself out of your job and give your parents the time that they need? Can you spend a day with your parents? And because when you look back at your time, you will regret not spending that extra 1 or 2 days with your parents. Trust me, it makes a huge, huge difference. And remember, nothing will happen if you do nothing. Nothing. Your life will not change. You will continue working your job. You will continue being in that self-employed situation. You'll continue being in that rut until you do something. Remind yourself why you want to do what you want to do. Hold yourself accountable. Tell yourself you are the problem. And when you change, that's when your situation will change. Work at a 20-25% consistency basis. Look, if you can do 80-90% on a consistent basis, you're a beast. But if you could do 25% on a consistent basis, that is much more powerful than doing 100% over 2 weeks. And so work at 25%, but work on your things and work on your businesses and do whatever you have to do at 25%. That is super powerful. Start. Take action. Just take action. Just start. Forget the logos, the website, forget all of that. Just take action towards starting the business. Stop lying to yourself and be honest with yourself and be transparent with yourself. That is crucial. Most of us will end up lying to ourselves and telling ourselves and making ourselves feel good that no, we're doing something. We're doing something even though we know it's not going to end up anywhere. And remind yourself of the why. Why do you even want to do what you want to do? That is what is going to get you over the line. That's what's going to get you taking actions, because telling yourself that I need to do something for my children, for my wife, and for my parents is powerful. Remind yourself so you get up in the morning and you know you have a family to feed. You know you don't want your wife to go to work. You know you want to have a comfortable environment for your parents and your children. And that is exactly why you have to take action. So hopefully this video has been of benefit. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and remember, the recruitment course goes live tomorrow at 6 p.m.